This is SmorgasBorgnine with another First Impressions video. Today I'm going to go ahead and finish off the F.E.A.R series. We're going to do F.E.A.R 3. I have done the previous two games the last couple of weeks, so be sure to check those out if you're interested. This game was developed by Day One Studios, published by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, and its Steam release was on June 21st, 2011. This particular entry brings a couple of new things to the series. Number one is that you can actually play co-op. You get the option of either playing as Point Man, who was the protagonist from the first game, or F.E.A.R, who was the enemy in the first game. How is this done since Point Man ultimately killed F.E.A.R? Well, F.E.A.R's a ghost, and that's how it works. Now you do also have some options for multiplayer, but this game is kind of old and they're no longer working. You can do solo practice and play through them. I'll give you a little brief overview of it. You've got Contractions, which is the Horde mode. Soul King, basically you're a Grim Reaper, a version of F.E.A.R, killing enemies and trying to capture their soul. Soul Survivor is basically the opposite, as I recall. And F.E.A.R Run is there's a huge wall like a nuclear explosion, and you're trying to outrun it while enemies are attacking you and get to the exit. So anyway, those are the multiplayer modes. If you have a buddy that wants to play these with you, you can probably still do that. You can definitely do them solo. But your meat and potatoes are going to be in the campaign. And the co-op does still work. I was able to play this with a friend here. Let me go ahead and start you off showing you F.E.A.R. Since he's the more interesting guy. Point Man plays just like the previous games. So basically he's got the slow-mo and it's more of a gunplay game. I'm going to go ahead and skip through this so we don't give away too much here. Basically, F.E.A.R has come to visit you in prison. And he has basically started you a breakout. That's the Point Man you're looking at right now.
I can't make it out of here on my own.
I agree we must escape, but for her...
Okay, so his main mechanic is he's got this shot he can do. He can also lift up enemies and take over their body. That little semicircle in the middle is a gauge of your ability. It has to recharge. Very similar to the last game. So I'm going to capture him, and then if I press Control, I can take over his body and do whatever I want with it. I can hold down Control, escape the body, do whatever I want. Hello? So this is a great way to get behind enemies when they're in cover. That type of thing. You can capture most enemies. There are some higher level ones that you can't. The nice thing is grenades. You'll get a lot of them because you replenish your grenade supply every time you kill an enemy and you get whatever grenades they had. These things on the ground are souls. When you collect them, it will increase your energy rating. When that runs out, you have to leave the body. So if you want to stay in a body for a while, you keep that up. Another thing this game has that's been newly introduced is a cover system. You can hold down Q is what it's bound to on my controller here. And you can peek around cover and whatnot. The gunplay with Point Man is pretty similar. Now it's getting all gray because I'm running out of life. I'm going to have to leave this body here. Another nice thing about this game is there's also challenges. You do different things during the level, and you'll complete those challenges, and those will let you level up. That could give you more energy, a lot of things like that. So you definitely want to try to complete those. And you can also hold these guys up and just pick them off, and that's great when you're in co-op. One guy can lift a guy up, and then Point Man can just decimate him from afar. Now your energy has to be fairly high for you to be able to possess a body. That's why I was forced to be shooting those guys a minute ago. And leveling up does, depending on the character, can give you some new moves. Like, I know F.E.A.R. There was Alma there. F.E.A.R. pretty much has the same abilities from the start, but like Point Man can do slide kicks and stuff once he gets enough levels up. The Psychic Link with the dead bodies will give you points. Another cool mechanic when you're playing co-op is whoever scores the most points in the level wins the level. And whoever has the highest score at the end will determine the ending. You got a good ending and a bad ending. Obviously, if F.E.A.R. is the leader, you get the bad ending. Whereas if Point Man wins, you get the good ending. It's a fair game. I mean, there's nothing too great no matter what. Get out of the way there. And you can use the space to leap over things and move between cover. Generally, most enemies only have 1 or 2 grenades tops. Those of you that have played through the second game and want to see what became of the protagonist from that game, he does make an appearance in here. He's not in it too long, but he is involved in the action later on. Another big difference about this game from the last one is that while Alma won't try to hurt you, there is a different ghost that you're going to be dealing with that will. He's called the Creeper. And he is scary, and he can tear you up real quick. So it's not just visions you're getting here in this one. There is actually some supernatural things that are not pleasant for you and should be avoided. And you ultimately cannot kill the Creeper. But you can, escape and damage him enough to get away. So that's what you're going to be trying to do. So I got to get across this stairway on the opposite side. And this shotgun is just nasty on this game. I mean, it can destroy their bodies. Like so. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and back out here and show you a little bit with Point Man. For the most part, it's the same, except he's just got the slow mobility. Okay, so we're about to run into the Creeper here, as I recall. And I just found a gun. This is actually the second level. That was him.
Quiet down. I hear something.
The further in this game you go,
Med, Echo
the more
3-1.
that creeper is going to mess with you.
Preparing for pacification and transport. Come up at the northwest corner.
The good news for you right now is Alma is actually protecting you quite a bit. Keeping him from killing you. I do have a new weapon. And you've got the same meter that F.E.A.R has. Except for you, it controls your slowdown.
Echo Squad's gone dark. Hey, we don't get a leash on this subject, Command will have us all twisting in the wind.
As tends to happen in these games, you're going to end up getting a
Command, Hotel 26
section where you drive a mech suit. A lot of enemies. It's not really all that scary, but it is scarier than the other ones.
Delta 3-2 scanning for target. Get some reinforcements in there.
Now, I'm not in a scary part yet, but that will come. And in a departure from the previous games, it does have regenerating health. The previous ones you had to actually get health packs, so.
Bravo 2-4 Statue Plaza. Exact coordinates.
And I know I've just been kind of tossing the grenades, but you can cook them if you want.
You see that shit? Are you kidding me? Target lost. I want eyes on the target.
But I don't want to give too much of this game away. It's a fairly long game. In co-op, I played it with a buddy over the course of 3 evenings. We probably spent 7 or 8 hours, I'd say. And co-op's definitely the way to go on this game. It's a lot of fun. But my final impressions are that this game is very underrated. It's a lot of fun. It's got the cool features with the all the cool F.E.A.R powers and the slow-mo power for the Point Man. Story is nothing to write home about, and the characters' name are still super dumb. I mean, Point Man, what do you get? But anyway, that's going to be it for me today. So please subscribe to my videos and leave me some comments. Let me know how I'm doing or anything you'd like to see in the future. Appreciate it. Thank you.